Hello, Red Wave. Welcome to Beware Bulldogs podcast. My name is Caleb Nail. Today is, what is today? Thursday, March 27th. And we got a good show for you today. Today, we could talk about a lot of things. I think there's a lot of stuff going on in the Fresno State world. We have women's basketball, coaches that we could be talking about, the possibility of coaches coming in that are local. But today we're going to talk about something very special, in my opinion. It's something that's been in the works for a while. Today we're going to be talking about what is known as right now the Green V section. And joining me today is, good morning, Robert. Joining me today is the guy that reached out to me and I believe started it, but we're going to find out more in a sec. His name is Justin Watson. For a fact, Justin, thanks for joining me. Let's see, I got
the sound effects.
Yeah. So I just try it out on you.
All right.
So for you guys that don't know, Justin has been working on this Green V section, if you've seen it on social media, for a while now. And also, I do have to brag a little bit. Justin has been in the live streams for a while now, so we've got to interact with Justin a little bit on social media. First off, thanks, dude, for waking up early and joining me.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've been following you guys for a while and love what you guys are doing. Love it.
So, okay, first you got to tell us, what is the Green V section?
So, it's very simple in theory. It's a rowdy bunch of fans that want to affect the game. Essentially, that's what it is. The idea really started a few years ago when basically Coach Tedford was pleading with our fan base to not just be third down thunder, but first down, second down, third down, and fourth down, and try to affect the game. So that's kind of where the idea started in my mind. And then it really started to at least take off with my group of Bulldog buddies at a sports bar in Detroit, Michigan for the Michigan game. And that's kind of where the idea started, and everything's happened so fast to get to where we are. But at the same time, it's like, so it's been 5.5 months since the time I messaged Garrett Classy about it. And we've come a long way in such a short amount of time, but at the same time, it feels like it just crept along. I mean, it's been the longest 6 months of my life.
So how has I saw I put out there on social media if people had questions for you, and I'm just going to ask it right away because it's kind of flowing with the conversation. You brought up Classy. How receptive have they been, and how supportive have they been with this push for a Green V section? And we'll get to what is going to be going on in the Green V section in a second. But how supportive have they been in this whole process?
So absolutely, I mean, they've been awesome, amazing. They've been open to the idea from the get-go. I think there's a few things. Everything that you want to do has to go up a chain. Like they can't make a decision right away. Like they could be literally at your tailgate. You could pitch them an idea and they have to go back to the facility and walk that thing up the steps, probably all the way up to Sandoval or the president. I messaged Garrett Classy October 7th. So we're not even 6 months from that. It started with him and he was, he liked the idea straight away. He said, I love it, and then there was a little bit of dialogue between me and him. And, I don't know if maybe he thought that we would just go away, after pitching the idea or whatnot, but we were going to do this with or without the university. And that's the truth of it. But they control the tickets. So to a certain degree, they control a little bit of our initial success, and then so it went from Garrett Classy. I gave Garrett, or Mr. Classy, I gave him my personal phone number, and I said, if anybody from your office wants to reach out, then we can take it from there. And I got a text message from the senior associate AD, Frank Poocher. And we had a good 15-minute conversation. I pitched the idea and kind of our vision on it. He was very receptive, and honestly, how I spoke about it, and then where he took the conversation, he took it to a different level as far as like, because the thing is we don't take any profit. We refuse to take any profit from this, not a single dollar. But we want Fresno State to profit off this, we want the players to profit off this. This is let's be very clear. This is about the student athlete, the university, and winning sports games. And we don't plan to just stay with football. We're going to start with football, and we're going to get established through football, but we will absolutely move to basketball, and you'll see green shirts at baseball as well.
So can you expand on where Classy and Poocher took this conversation? Were they like, hey, we love the idea, we want this everywhere? Or how was that? How did they expand the conversation?
So I pitched the idea. I didn't to Frank, and he took it to a level like almost from a university standpoint. I pitched it as, look, I know that we can affect the game. I think that, we're a very reactive fan base. Like the Red Wave is just waiting to be the best, honestly. Like we know our potential. So I was on that side of the things. Mr. Poocher was talking about, like at some point, and he threw out, like the John Deere Green V section, or, sponsorships and putting Valley agriculture, sponsorships on the shirts, and, what this thing could eventually go to. One thing that we are kind of walking into right now, and that we do need to figure out, because it is important to us, is NIL and how we can affect NIL in the most impactful way. Our idea was to have, the ticket and then the shirts be one thing, but then we were going to have a $25 NIL fee attached to every seat. But since the university took the idea over, which that's what we want. They're not promoting it at this time. That's probably going to come after this upcoming season, but they can't accept they can't attach NIL to these seats. Like they just can't do that. So we're going to have to pivot on this idea. And we have a leadership group of about six of us. We're discussing that, but we've got so much going on just trying to build this thing from the ground. So, that's where our focus is. But like we say, once the university takes this over completely and it becomes like a thing that they put on their own social media and whatnot, then our promoting it from the ground level will definitely slow down, and it'll free up our time, energy, and money towards fundraising, but we have to get established first,
Right. And so part of that becoming established, you've been talking about marketing from the ground up. How and where have you guys been focusing that?
So this is a complete word of mouth movement, a social media movement. So and that's where it's been. But I mean, the power in that is strong, I mean, you put an idea out there and it's like, you'll get people off social media, and then, you know, word of mouth. And so I use this analogy with it. It's kind of like, you know, the initial people like might be the tree trunk, right? But every tree trunk has a branch, and every branch has a smaller branch or a twig or whatever you want to call it, you know? So that's kind of where we're at, you know. We're just word of mouth, and people tell people. And we have a chat, a group chat where we kind of keep everybody informed about, you know, all the things that are going on, or if anything comes up. And so we have our tickets. We're just there's a few things with trying to get everybody situated and seated where they're going to have the most fun at the games and all that type of stuff, but we're well on our way.
So in the football stadium, where will the green V section be at?
So we got the bottom of section 34. We were looking to be 35. But I guess it's just easier to move people from 34. We wanted to be tucked up right by the students. Mm-hmm. Because literally, and I got to say this too, we're not going to sit here and pretend that we can do this on our own. This is not what this is about. We will lead the way if we have to, and absolutely that's what we plan to do. But this is also, and mainly, or equally as much, about the students. Like, we got to get turned up. I think this is a clear fork in the road for our university from top to bottom with what's going on in college athletics and the transfer portal and all these things. Like, let me put you on the spot a little bit here. So,
please.
What is a tradition that you can think of in that stadium on Saturday night that you like?
Ooh. You currently, I couldn't give you one. But when I was younger, I could remember a couple, but now there's nothing that we do other than like third down thunder.
Exactly. And that's a huge issue. You know, when and obviously you've been doing great things, and you know, you're not the average fan. You know about this program top to bottom. And you know, like, you can't tell me what tradition you like in that stadium. That is the problem. Huh. We don't have enough. We are flat behind on traditions. See, I look at it like this. There's two ways, right? The tradition of the program, Jim Sweeney, Pat Hill, where we came from, the games we won, the runs that we've made, the runs that we didn't finish, right? We are trying to send this program over the top. Like, and in order to do that, it's going to take everybody improving, period. Like, enough of doing the same thing and expecting the same things out of it. Like, we've gotten close. We want to get to an NY6 game. We want to get to playoff games. We know the ceiling of this program, and quite frankly, we've gotten close, but we've never gotten there. You know what I mean? So not only is it is, this whole movement is first down, second down, third down, fourth down. Let's stop being a reactive fan base. Let's be a proactive fan base. And here's the other thing I want to say too, for everybody who's watching, is if you don't like the green V shirts, because that's the only kickback. Let me move this. That's the only kickback. I understand. We are the red wave. We love this university. We've been here a long time. We are the red wave yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're going to be the red wave, period. On the roads, red, fine. All that. If there's so much good that's going to come out of this with NIL fundraising. We think we can affect recruiting. These players want to play in front of an atmosphere where they want to be there. You know, like, this place is actually very special. And this movement started on first, second, third, and fourth down affecting gameplay. That's where it started. But like, I think it's an absolute tragedy, like, that, you know, after victories, the team doesn't go over to the band and the student section and we play our alma mater in front of them. Like, like we're not inventing the wheel here. You know what I mean? Like I think Fresno State needs, they say like a spirit leader or whatever.
Huh?
We need a tradition leader at Fresno State. Like we need to step up our game now. Like it's a clear fork in the road. Which way are we going to go? I'm getting a little bit off track. What I wanted to say is if a fan is out there and you don't like the green shirts, go to section 33, wear your red shirts, be alongside us. You don't have to wear the green, but let's turn this place up. Like let's turn this place up. So there's really no excuse. If you like what we're doing, if you like the tradition that we're creating, the green V is already in our program. We're not inventing the wheel here. If you want to come on and wear green with us, come on, let's go. If you don't, section 33 is your section. Get over there and help us out. Let's change this place.
Ah, man, I love it. I'm all about it. From a student, I wanted something like this to happen, and I'm so happy you're leading the charge, dude. And I think what you said earlier about getting students on board, I would have loved to be right next to the student section, but it's fine. We're gonna get them as well. Okay, I want to get to the live chat real quick. I'll get to it in a second, but I want to ask because we didn't touch on it. Okay, so we're gonna be wearing green. I think you established that we're gonna be wearing green. You're getting tickets in a special area. What is the price of these tickets? Because I believe I could be wrong on this, but I think I saw you say you're getting discounted. Green V section is getting discounted tickets.
That's correct. So we're at section 34, which is basically about the 5-yard line on the far side, the southeast corner. Really good seats. I mean, we love them. We'd like to be tucked with the students, but we're just one over. And it's kind of works out too, because we can play off each other too. And the section that's in between us and the students is the recruits and the families and all those things. So it might be a blessing in disguise, but the section that we have, section 34, is typically $193 for the season this year. We got it down to $160. I would have liked to have gotten it as low as possible, like lower than that, to be honest with you. We know times are tough for people, and I want to mention too is the university does a payment plan. They do a 4-month payment plan. It's going to be, you can call them up and say, hey, I want Green V section tickets. Don't call now. Don't call now. Reach out to me. We're working on some logistics on the lower part of our section to get everybody where we want. And then the public will take the upper part of the section. And I do have the link for tickets right now. Like they're ready to go right now. We're just taking our time because we need to situate everything.
When that link is ready, get that out to me. I'm happy to push that thing.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. So I'm sorry, I got a little off track. What was the question again?
Well, let's jump to the live chat. Robert Perez is in here. He says, glad to see us trying to get younger and more energetic fan base. We like seeing grandma and grandpa cheering, but we need younger people. I totally agree with that. But he adds, I think the university advertises too much, talking about, like the John Deere, Green V, things like that. And he said, I probably feel this way in part because I am old and full of piss and vinegar. So once the university takes over, then Learfield will get involved, and they're gonna, wherever they could sell ads, they're gonna sell ads, and so I mean, hopefully that comes back to helping recruiting.
Yeah. So a little bit off of what he was saying is, we're gonna have some representation at the spring game. It's hard to get official numbers with everything. Everything's so fluid, and people. We have our chat and things come up, but we're we're thinking we're going to have at least 40 Green V shirts at the spring game promoting. And we are absolutely like, if I don't care if mama and grandpa and freaking grandma, they like our idea. Come on, let's go. You want to yell on first down, second down, third down, and fourth down? You want to start new traditions and everything else? Everybody is welcome, and you will feel that too. It's not just words. Like you will feel welcome when you come. This is a community that we're starting, and with endless potential. As far as what that guy said in the chat, we are trying to get to the younger crowds. So we printed out brochures just to let everybody know kind of like what we're about, who we are and everything else. And we're going to pass those out along with wristbands, Green V wristbands that say support NIL with a QR code to our social media. But we are absolutely targeting the younger crowd. Absolutely.
James Orozco asks, where do we buy Green V shirts?
So the thing is this, I have 74 shirts printed out, game day shirts, and we have polos and hoodies. We're like I said, we're not looking to create a profit here for ourselves. We refuse. We're not here for that. It would be very cool, just as an idea, if anybody from the university is watching, give us a few years and let us grow. But let's get the Green V stuff in the Bulldog locker. You know, I think there's a market for that. You know, now as far as is the Green V shirts is, we will have extra, and you can reach out to me. I'll give it to you for free. I don't want your money. Justin Watson, go ahead and message me. And if I have shirts left over, you can have some. The university is taking over. The university is taking over the shirts. So what you see at spring game is the unofficial Green V shirt. They're going to copycat it. They're going to from the material to the logos that are on them. That's the plan is to copycat it. Now, they might come back with something slightly different or whatever. But when you purchase your ticket in our section, you will have an option online. I have the link, and when you go online and you purchase season tickets, you have the option of what size shirt you want, and that shirt will come from the university. So I'll give it to you for free if I got it. But if you get season tickets, your shirt will come from the university.
PZ says on X, love the idea. I no longer live in California, but I'll be looking for the section. And I think that's really cool what he said. And I think that's part of why you are doing this, is that this section is going to be seen across the country, and people are going to be asking, wait a second, why are they wearing green? And why are they're going crazy over there? So I think it's great. And just the fact that, and I think PZ's right. And a lot of people that aren't tuning in because it's Fresno State, it's just because football or basketball, and they see that, they're going to notice it. And I don't know. I think I said on the episode yesterday about GCU and how they grew their basketball program, and they did kind of something like this with the students, and they got staff involved, and maybe just we should call staff members and make them sign up too. No, I don't know. I don't know if we want that, but that's get everybody involved. So I think what you have going on is there's a real need for, and I think, and I say that, I say need and a want. There's really a want. I think you are going to answer this better than I can, but I feel it. Like people around in the Central Valley, they want something like this. They want to be involved. They want a sense of community around Fresno State athletics. And I think this is just the tip of the iceberg, and this is going to give that to them.
We quite frankly, we got to stay focused. we're not just trying to have some cool green shirts in the stands. Like, we're legitimately trying to affect the game here. You know what I mean? We let me say this. We think that this is going to be the biggest tradition ever created here. But at the same time, quite frankly, the bar ain't very high. You know what I'm saying? I love this university. I want to see us elevate. We need to get to playoff games. We need to win games. We need to keep beating Boise up. But as far as traditions, let's go. You know, so right now it's promoting and trying to get to that 200. We have an allotment of 200 seats, and we want to exceed that. You know, we can put people above us, and then next year they'll be right there with us. But it's time. It's time. Like, if you're out there and you're like, you know what, it's time to shift. You know, reach out to me. We'll get you in the chat. We'll get all of your people. I don't care how many you have. I don't care if you come with just yourself. Let's change this place. It's time. Like, it's legit time.
Oh man, don't get me fired up too much, man. This is where can they reach out to you? Where can they get all the, like, plug your socials if they want to join, and where can they find you in the Green V section?
So we have if you want to show up to the spring game and come get a brochure and everything like that, all of our information is on there, from everything from A to Z, from our plan to what we can do with NIL, all that stuff, and then our contacts are on that brochure. If you want to reach out to myself, I'm on Facebook, Justin Watson. You can we have a X account now, Green V section. We have a IG account. Go in there, go in the comments, and we'll reach out to you, or you can DM me on Facebook. A couple of buddies, Derek Miller, you can reach out to him. You'll
see him in the chat.
Yeah. So yeah, just reach out through private message and we'll get it going. Okay.
So you guys heard it here. Find Justin Watson on Facebook or Derek Miller. I have reposted the Green V section profile on X. You might have to scroll a couple posts in, but it's there, so you'll find that profile. So if you guys want to get connected, you'll find that and reach out to them. And PZ says he's willing to pay for a Green V shirt and shipping to here in the Midwest. So we got to tell we'll tell Poocher and those guys and to get on it, because we got people in the Midwest waiting.
Give me your address. I'll get you a shirt.
PZ, DM Justin your address. And all right, dude. Well, okay. What else can we? So, before we go, I got to know plans for being rowdy in the Green V section, leading chants. What's the experience for the fan going to be like in actually sitting in this section?
Okay, so first off is we want our section to be completely full 20 minutes before the game. And we want to do player and coach roll calls about 15 minutes before the game, or whenever they're doing pregame. If anybody has seen it, you know, the right field bleachers at Yankee Stadium does it. They'll say Aaron, and then they go Aaron Judge, you know, and then they won't stop until Aaron turns around and acknowledges them, you know, and then they'll move on to the first baseman and the second baseman, and that's what we want to do, man. This is all about the students. This is all about affecting the game, and you know, John Baxter, if you're out there, we got something for you too.
I love it. And Bax, he's gonna eat that up. You know he's gonna eat that up.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Well, dude, is there anything else that we didn't touch on that you'd like to add? Reminder, get to Justin's socials, find the Green V section on X. Let him know that you're interested. Find him at the spring game. Find a green shirt at the spring game. Anything else that we missed?
I don't think we missed it. I kind of just want to reiterate it is I understand that the green shirts is a bold idea. I think that we can't just be some loud section in the corner of the stadium, because at that point we're really nothing, right? Like, we do have to stand out. It helps us promote the idea and affect the game. And that's what it's about. Again, if you don't like, we respect all opinions, man. We are the red wave. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't like the green shirts, section 33 is your section, man. Come get close and let's affect the game. You don't have to wear the green shirts if you don't want to. If you don't like it, there's no excuses. I want all the diehard fans to get over in section 34 or by section 34. It's time to rally everybody.
Section 34, section 33. Get the students. If you know students, let them know it's time to step up. This is going to be fun, man. I'm pumped. And you know what? And before we go, I just got to say this. What really excites me. So the fact that Classy and Poocher, and then we got a new, and then Entz, who he's new, and we can affect him. Like, we can kind of mold him a little bit. This is a great way to do it. And the fact that Classy and these guys are willing and excited to push this and have this going, that says a lot. And thank you. I guess that's really all I can say, man. I don't know.
Absolutely.
So, and thanks again for waking up early in the morning and doing this with me, man.
Anytime. Thank you.
All right, dude. Well, you guys heard it here first. Maybe not first. We heard it here, though. Green V section 34. Reach out to Justin Watson, Derek Miller, Green V section. Find these guys at the spring game. There's going to be a rowdy. They're going to be rowdy. They're going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to change the atmosphere in Bulldog Stadium and eventually at all Bulldog sporting events.
That's right.
So, all right, man. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll let you get your day started. So, once again, thank you, man.
Thank you, Caleb. Appreciate the time.